Hello everyone. In today's video, I will discuss about Dahrendorf's conflict theory. Dahrendorf's conflict theory appeared in his book Class and Class Conflict in Industrial Society, that published in 1959. Dahrendorf basically criticized functionalism and modified the Marxism. He criticized functionalism for its ignorance about the possibility of conflict in the society and modified the Marxism to make it relevant in the contemporary society. According to Dahrendorf, the class analysis should be based on the economy, as the Marx mentioned. Dahrendorf also followed Marxism, that is Karl Marx, in understanding the class relation, class conflict in the society. But the Dahrendorf believes that the post-industrial society is a different form that of the Marxist time. That is, he mentioned about the post-industrial society. Dahrendorf wanted to modify the Marxism to make it more relevant in the present time, because according to him, the post-capitalist society is different from that of the capitalist society of Marxist time. So that is why, according to Dahrendorf, the modern capitalist society, that is post-capitalist society, has a certain changes and transformation, and that makes it different from the capitalist society in the earliest time, that is the Marxist time. So his conflict analysis, his conflict theory is basically the modification of Marxism, or modification of the Marxist, the analysis of class and class conflict in capitalist society. So Dahrendorf here mentioned about certain characteristics of the post-capitalist society, and this characteristic we will discuss in this video. Firstly, the decomposition of the capitalist class. Here I will briefly refer the Marxist idea of the capitalism or capitalist class. The Marx has mentioned about the bourgeoisie and the proletariat, and in the Marxism, the relation between bourgeoisie and proletariat is always means the polarizing and always the very exploitative, and it's dividing. So according to Marxism, the capitalist class maintains its the consciousness, its own segregation, and the proletariat also maintains its own the consciousness and segregation, and there is a divide, a wide divide between these two. But here Dahrendorf is saying that capitalist class itself is decomposed in post-capitalist society. How it is decomposed? Because the capitalist class is also again hierarchically divided within it. That means there are numbers of the classes the emerged within the capitalist class, and this is because of the emergence of the concept called the stock market or stock exchange. That is, through this concept, through this process of stock exchange or stock market, the numbers of the persons, numbers of individuals can become the co-owner of a particular corporation, particular industry. So there is no such the domination in the capitalist market by one person or one individual. The group of owners usually works. Group of the legal owners exist, and this has created a multiple owners of a particular the industry, particular corporations. So in such companies, the capital is not owned by a person or a few person, rather many persons who contribute, who shares their who invest their shares in the market or in the share of this company. So that is why the legal owners are large in numbers in the present day, the capitalism or capitalist society. Another class emerged in the capitalist class is the real controlling class, who is this real controlling class? This class actually controls the works of the capitalist. Legal owners of the capital, or the capitalists, or the owners of the company and industry are not directly working. Rather, they are operating their process through their managerial staffs, through their specialists, through their experts like CEO, then the other managers, engineers, professionals. So these peoples are the real controlling class, and capitalists are the owner of the capital. So this is how this capitalist class is now decomposed. It is not concentrated in one individual or a few individuals or in any family. Rather, any industry, any factory, any corporation is owned by numbers of individuals and numbers of other classes who really controls the capitalists, the process of the production. Second feature is the decomposition of working class. Here again, Dahrendorf is showing the contradiction with the Marxism. As Marx said that there will be class consciousness, there will be strong unity and solidarity within the class, within the working class, and there will be revolution. But Dahrendorf revealed that post-capitalist society will have a decomposed working class. Why this? So why there will be the decomposition of working class in the post-capitalist society? It is because of their it is because of the nature of the labor. It is because of their work. So the division emerged in the working class between basically the two class, that is skilled labor and the unskilled labor. And another class which just originated from the working class is the middle class, white collar middle class. This I will discuss in the next point. So the working class has remained into the skilled workers and unskilled workers, that is those who works manually. So there is one class who emerges, skilled worker who has a skill and the professional specialization, and another category who is totally unskilled and they just works as manual works. So the working class is no more the integrated and united, and there is now no class consciousness within working class. Third point is, that is third important feature of the post-capitalist society, the emergence of the middle class. So this emergence of middle class is a new phenomena in the post-capitalist society. As Marx has just mentioned about the capitalism, capitalist class and the proletariat, the bourgeoisie and proletariat. And he included this middle class within the proletariat class, that is within the working class. But in the post-capitalist society, the middle class as white collar middle class emerged. So these white collar middle classes are mainly very powerful because they play a very important role in the corporations, in the capitalism's the operation and others. So ultimately, this emergence of middle class has decomposed the proletariat as a class, and it also broke down the class consciousness of the working class, and also created an aspiration among the workers, among the proletariat, to move from their lower status to higher status. So this mobility I am explaining in the next point. Fourth, the feature of the post-capitalist society, the increasing mobility. So according to Dahrendorf, in the post-capitalist society, the possibility of mobility is very high. That is, working class are no more concerned about their revolution, about their fight or opposition to capitalist class. Rather, they are curious. They are very ambitious and aspiring for their status upliftment, and they are in a process, and they are in the struggle to change their status. So this is how the status mobility has become a very important idea in the post-capitalist society. And due to different policy measures of the state and the capitalists' approach towards the workers, the mobility also becomes a very high possibility in the post-capitalist society. Now even workers through the process of investment can becomes the petty bourgeoisie, and then they become the capitalist even. So the process of the mobility helps the changing the capitalist or capitalism in the post-capitalist society. Now I will discuss about Dahrendorf's idea of the class in the post-capitalist society. According to Dahrendorf, the class in post-capitalist society is based on the power. It's not like the class in the Marxist time. Marxist, the class was based on the economy, that is economic possession or the possession of the means of production. But in the post-capitalist society, power is based on the power. The class is based on the power, and according to him, every aspect of society has the organization. That is, in every parts, in every aspects of society, there the organization of its members, and in the organization there exists two categories of peoples: one who exercises authority, and others who are follows the authority, that is other who are subordinate to the authority. So one is subordinate class, another one is one is subordinate category, another one is the what to say, the dominant category, or the category who exercises the authority. So this basically exists in every aspects of the society. It may be even in the religious aspect, it may be in the community aspect, in any political the parties or the political or any other interest groups. Everywhere the organization of the people exists, and organization of people basically based on the relationship between the authority and the subordination. There is one section who exercises authority, other section who will follow, that is who will be subordinate to the authority. And this process of the relationship between the authority and subordinate in the organization is called as the imperatively coordinated association, according to the Dahrendorf. The Dahrendorf called it as imperatively coordinated association. So in next video I will continue the Dahrendorf's the idea of class and class conflict in the post-capitalist society. So be connected with the channel and like the video, put your comment. Thank you.